You cannot speak, you cannot write, you cannot organize yourself, you cannot know societies, no organizations, no literature being published, anything, expressing the view of the public is all. And you cannot go and demonstrate. When you talk about any development, anything you do for whom? For why? Why you do it? What is the purpose of doing it? Suppose I say I want to make country to progress. To whom the progress? In what? And how have they stated why all they are doing it? China must catch up with the world. Why? What is the reason? How are they doing it? Is the people satisfied? They are happy? They are talking about it.
They say trade is good for improving the lives of people.
I don't think so personally. I have already told. Trading means what is the purpose? Trade is required. Maybe there are certain amount of trade within the country. I said first and foremost, I say the major question in the world hasn't come to focus. One is the question about land reform. Either you take in Brazil, you take in Palestine, you take in Philippines, you take in Pakistan. I don't know about India maybe also. If that means there's a stake for the ordinary farmer, he has got land, he has got to do. So therefore, his economic position improves. That means you put money in his hand. So that generates demand. So you develop your own industry in your country. What is the requirement for them? What he wants? His clothes, his shoes, his food, whatever. So develop. Over and above that, of course, we cannot completely deny they cannot be taken. What the portion should be the trade? In our economy, it should be 2%, 3%, 5%. And that trade, what type of trade? Within the country, within the region. Say they can be trade with Kashmir and Tamil Nadu. Or they can be a trade between Sri Lanka and India. They can be a trade with India and Bangladesh or Malaysia. So there can be some exchange. There are some requirements. There some people produce something, we produce something, we exchange. But it's not deliberately focused in the sense that these people will sweat out and they send their goods there, then we'll buy, they'll get the cheap goods or whatever it may be. And its natural implications of it deprives man's, I think, their natural requirements, maybe leisure or his that thing, that thing. You need leisure, his family life and so on to take into account. The type of consumption we also create. So based on that, we'll have a trade within the country, region, within internationally also maybe. So that's what I say, when we just use the word trade, it's been how anybody has proved. So far in Indian studies have proved how trade has improved that country's people's welfare. My only sort of indicator is people's welfare. The question is your trade as well as brings welfare for the people, those who engage. So if somebody go and catch fish, then they bring the fish, it deprives the protein of the people. I bear, I put ice or freeze it, I send it overseas. I say, of course, I can make some money. I mean, be making big money maybe. Then the fellow fisherman may be getting the pittance of it. But I deprive the fellow who need the protein. But this should be in various ways, my friends. Trade can be, that's what trade. All people throughout the ages they were trading, caravans going, they were trading between India and Arab countries. That's how the problem started. They wanted to come for a spice and so on. But deliberately you want to push your market or you wanted to make others suffer. No. Now they are under WTO, under FTA, they are trying to push many things. All the services must come in because they got a bigger resources, bigger expectations. They will open up all the banks must open up. And agricultural products must come in. That's what I think.
WTO actually is enshrining a bullying system.
A bullying system, exactly.
Bullying. All the powerful nations who say they are powerful, they say they have got money, they say they have got the wealth, they call them developed, industrial. But they are all the time pushing poorer people to do things in their own interest and for their markets and their business and using manipulation and guns and weapons and indoctrination.
They use many things. They use talk. If you fail, they use guns. That's what they did in Iraq. Why didn't they go into Iraq? What was the purpose of going to Afghanistan? They want the pipeline to come somewhere, I think, I was told. It's the same thing, you see, the hidden agenda is there always. It's a question of robbing the resources. That's very open. They say altruistic. Nothing like that. So these are questions are very open, robbing, plundering.
Yeah.
But it is covered up with all sorts of mechanisms. Talk, you got conferences, your meetings, you have got this, you got any. Only experts can deal with it. You can fight. And they say, I give you something, you can open. Okay, that fellow might have been. Even given bribe, the fellow, the delegates may be attending conference. And it is so constructed, the whole mechanism, very interesting. See, like WTO, they have a green room, Formerly it's confined to 3 or 4 people. Now they open up to 10, 15 people because these fellows are making little noise. And moreover, what amazes me, it is a consensus. One fellow can stand up and say, I don't agree. That means the whole thing falls. But nobody dared to do it. Even one of our meetings, Pakistan, somebody, why you write, you sign or something, they asked. They say, we will be left out. What will be left out? Have we examined? See, most of the work they do, no examining, no studying, why and how and what they fail. That's what I was asking Malaysia also. Every day say, only my friend Razali Atan studied, he said, is decapitalizing. I mean, the FDI, FD, foreign direct investment. It slowly erodes the national capital. So similarly, what I'm saying, India, okay, you want to do trade, you open up. In actual fact, I was wondering last time, India, foreign trade is very small. What about 5%? Can't they afford without it?
5% is doing so much of distortion for the rest of the economy and for all the people who are living in the country.
Yeah.
It is better that they don't have that 5%.
Yeah, that's what I say. You need some petroleum and all. What do you require? And mostly, that also skewed up. The question is more middle class needs. Not the public at large. It's a middle class. You want air condition, you want cars, you want this, you want that. And you are importing Fuji apples. I go to Madurai, I see Washington apples in Fuji apple. I say, what is this nonsense? Fuji apple, Washington apples coming to Madurai to forward the bit. I go and plant all these guava, you got bananas, you got various type of fruits you can eat, and you have to bring an apple from there. Is it? And who eats that also? What percentage of people will eat? What I'm saying, the type of things we are asking, and moreover in trade, you take cigarette, one big item, how many billion in a year? Then alcohol, then your fashion, arms. Go item by item. Arms is a big trade. This is what I am saying now. You are talking about trade. What percentage? Okay. Take about the few items you mentioned. Then again, take tourism. Is it a required trade? I mean, people have been traveling all through the ages. Because you are required to come here, you come here, you stay with me, or you go and book yourself in a lodge or do something you want to understand. Why you pack up everybody, take them and go and push their thing and then grab them back? They don't enjoy, don't understand, don't think, just go back. So these are the things. See, every country going after tourism. It means number of hotels, number of aeroplanes, number of airports, number of taxis. You can think of so many things associated with it. That's what I'm saying. All these fellows engage in.
They call them economic goods, but they are not in actual normal goods.
I'm unable to come out with sort of people to talk and discuss and question. Nehru and the idea of advancing the scientific, technological knowledge of India, and these people become useful to America. And they build the poor fellows to cure medical colleges. This was going to be useful to Americans. So that is the position of things really distorted. And they are so happy, this various type of institutions in creating in India, like the engineering colleges, and even management also, the fellows all run away. They got Indian Institute of Management.